So clearly, y'all, Arionne did not watch my video and she did not hear about the statistics of how many men actually that divorce their wives for a mistress actually ends up with the mistress. Because when she said that the only closure she needed was seeing Martell and Sheree on the blogs, all in the videos, you know, in my Suge Knight voice.
The producer trying to be all in the video, all on the record.
It shouldn't have took Sheree coming into the picture for her to realize that. But then again, I understand sometimes, like, when you in love, you only see what you want to see, like Mary J. Blige said. And you could just be living in a fantasy and you're just hoping everything works out in your favor. But
Synquette man, the girl was heaven sent. Synquette man, the girl was heaven sent.
It's just unfortunate that it took all this for her to get this way. And in a way, I feel like it's not over. I feel like she's saying, like, don't talk to me unless it's about Knox or whatever. But if that's the case, then why post it on social media? You know, say it with your chest. Ain't nobody got to know. Ain't nobody got to be validated. I don't have to put this out there to prove a point or whatever. No, say it with your chest and be done with it. But the fact that it got into the blog's hands and things like that, I don't know. I feel like it could be for attention, like a lot of people are already saying. But that is why I decided to take a different route and a different approach with this situation. And this is why I feel like this video is going to be a PSA to parents, and in particular, a PSA to fathers. Please love and hug your daughters. Please show up for your daughters. Please tell your daughters that they are beautiful. Please tell them that they are fearfully and wonderfully made, because if not, this could be the outcome. You'll have women that don't feel good enough or whole enough that they'll settle for a piece of a man instead of a whole man. It's like hurt people, like they say, hurt people hurt people. So because I feel as though that Arionne wasn't esteemed or affirmed in her childhood, in particular, especially by a father, she just grew up into this woman that we see today. So in a way, it's still a little girl that's just crying out for attention from her father. She's still doing temper tantrums, ranting and raving as a way of saying, look at me, daddy, look at me, daddy, even if it's in a negative way, even if it's in a harmful way. Some women do feel like good attention is better than no attention. So I just pray and hope that Arionne does better, because this is not what she wants. I feel like all this energy that she's putting into Martell, she could literally be putting into herself, putting it into raising her children. Because when Martell said that she was a peasant, that was the closure she really needed.
But the thing is, you don't disrespect my wife, though, you know? That's why I called her peasant at the beginning. Nobody knows that.
Or what she should have been looking for. But like I said, I get it. Sometimes it takes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times of something happening for you to actually get up and walk away. But I feel like if he was able to say that on national TV, then in a way she should have known what it was, you know. But I'm not gonna say she should have known, but yeah, because she's in it. Sometimes it's harder to realize what's going on when you're in it. And I just wanted to insert this here, not taking up for Arionne, but just, you know me, guys, I always try to find the root of something. You know, I notice this is what we're dealing with, but a lot of these things, these behaviors came from a mindset, you know, or certain things that happen in childhood. And this is the product, the end result of that. So I'm just giving like a different perspective, but not at all am I condoning or trying to lessen what she did, because, you know, we all are grown and know right from wrong. But and then also doing these videos and finding older clips, I'm telling y'all, it's making me like Melody that much more, because she was able to endure and withstand this, and she really wanted her marriage. She really was fighting for her marriage. And like I said in the other video, it makes me sad seeing so many of those screenshots, those thumbnails of her sad, you know, of her crying. And y'all know I don't like that. That's one thing about it. I always feel like that's kind of what helps me to move on, is if I'm sad and I'm crying, I'm like, wait a minute, I know this isn't God's will for me. Will there always be sunshine and butterflies? No, some days you're gonna have rainy days, but if I'm crying because of somebody else and what they're doing to me is a violation of my boundaries or my trust, then that's when I realized, like, okay, I have to get up, because this is not why Jesus died on the cross. He died so I can have life and have more abundantly. So because Melody was able to endure what she endured, just makes me like her that much more. And not only that she endured it and experienced it, but she also did it in front of the cameras, and I could only imagine that could be very vulnerable. You know how, like, your friends and all that other stuff, your cousins, your sister, or you yourself, you be going through stuff too, but thankfully it's not on national TV, so nobody can really say anything. But, you can do your little mishaps behind closed doors. You can take your L's in private. But the fact that Melody is brave enough to put herself out there and, show what's going on, but also show her vulnerable sides, the sides where she was trying to work it out with Martell, is only commendable to me. So, again, this is another disclaimer, not at all trying to take up for Arionne, but, like, at the same time, I be realizing, like, okay, let me try to figure out what's going on behind this behavior, because I truly believe nobody signs up to be a side chick. Nobody signs up to be called a peasant. You know what I mean? But sometimes you just don't realize, like, your actions aren't aligned to, like, your higher self or the greatest version of you. And I do hope one day Arionne does see this for herself. You know what I mean? And yeah, because I feel like when I think about it too, we all fall short. And yeah, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But either way, let's go back into the video. But because he called her a peasant, it's already a no. So yeah, I just pray that she focuses on her children and she leaves the idol of Martell alone. That same energy that she wants to expel or put out on the internet or to clap back at Martell, she could be using to focus on herself. That energy is better spent on actually healing herself, because the moment somebody calls you a peasant, all bets are off. But I get it. It's also when someone rejects you in that kind of way, you want to actually prove them wrong. So you may do even more. You may overcompensate even more because you want to prove them wrong. You want to get their approval. Their approval will just make you feel good about yourself. But the real flex is already feeling good about yourself. And somebody's validation, somebody's approval is just bonus. I think I heard it sound like that on social media. Like, well, I woke up liking me today. You liking me is a bonus or whatever. And that is very true.
Example, we want to be liked. Well, I woke up and I like myself today, so your like is extra.
So I hope that Arionne definitely gets the healing, the coaching, the mentorship that she needs. Because even though she's wrong, like she said, hopefully, like she said, she want to be the spokesperson. She wants to bring awareness to why you shouldn't go down the same path that she did. And you know what? I respect that. I feel like she is learning and to realize that Martell isn't her man. There's nothing that she can do about it. There's no way that she can drop that thing down, flip it, and reverse it on him. It will never be enough.
People always ask, isn't it too much? But I'm like, it'll never be enough. Never. It'll never be enough. Like never ever. It's never enough. And it will never be enough.
He is just not it. He's just not your person. And that's okay. So, yes, I definitely hope that she learns from this and grows from this. But other than that, y'all let me know what y'all think, which I know y'all gonna do. But other than that, thanks again for listening. And do not forget to like this video, share if you care. And if you are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. But other than that, I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.